Sparks Camp 3 was more than just sparks.
I will be true to my commitment that you are my home run.
It was growth.
Will you promise me na tatapangan mo sa mga huling sandali ng camp?
It was expansion.
When you let people in, you build a community. That's why being with you right now matters.
It was history in the making.
And tonight, sama-sama nating babalikan ang journey ng ating campers. A night full of revelations, confessions, at syempre, secrets and inside stories. From Spain to Sparks, I am your mother sparker and resident matchmaker, Miss Mela Habijan. At ngayong gabi, let's reunite our campers one more time. This is Sparks Camp The Reunion! Let's bring back my campers. First up, the funniest camper of the season na kahit seryosohan na, may punchline pa rin. Let's all welcome the Jolog's charmer, Harold! Fresh from Bantayan Island, the baby boy pero pagdating sa camp, he's no baby. Please welcome, Aaron! Siya raw ang pantasya ng season. Ang taray, please welcome, Ants! The quiet observer turned unexpected sass machine. Mr. Sass and Smile, Kim! From the gym to the camp, the cutie that gave us muscles and emotions, Edward! Ang camper na akala natin ay too hard, pero may lambot din pala, Joer! The idealist na may pinakamainit na ulo sa camp? Seloso nga ba siya? Please welcome, Kali! From Boston to Sparks Camp, the bachelor who is not afraid to bear it all, Andrew! He may be the youngest, pero matapang na nga ba siya ngayon? From shy guy to Mr. Courage, Julian! I think complete na tayo. No? I think complete na tayo.
Yes.
Ay, sorry, nagkamali lang ako because he's never a mistake. Please welcome the daddy of season 3, Julio!
Sup, bro?
So, bro.
Hi, Daddy.
Kala mo tatakbo eh.
Bakit ganun yung yakap mo sa akin? Parang may mali siya.
Oh.
Well, may announcement tayo na
Ikaw lang ang may announcement. Kamusta mga anak?
Kayla.
We're good.
Ang sungit ng Harold.
Serious lang.
Mabuti naman na okay kayo. Kasi ngayon, hindi ko alam kung magiging okay pa tayo sa pagtatapos ng reunion show. 'Di ba? After the camp, how have you been? We just want updates, honest updates from all of you. Because that's what our viewers, our fans, your followers deserve. Especially that they tell that this is the best season yet. This is the best season of Sparks Camp yet.
Deserve naman.
Harold, best season yet.
Deserve. Kasi nandito ako eh. Charot. Charot lang.
Pero I must agree, it has become the best season because you're here.
Yes. Parang sira nga doon.
You gave season 3 a good flavor.
Thank
Of
you.
laughter, of secrets. And of course, we thank you because you joined us despite the fact that of course your beloved Papa was going through something. How do you feel now? Kamusta ka ngayon?
Actually, hanggang ngayon, overwhelming yung nararamdaman ko. Hindi ko siya masasagot agad-agad kasi feeling ko nasa process pa ako na magiging fully okay ako. Pero, syempre, dapat laban lang tayo. Tsaka dapat no nega, GB-GB lang. Di kasama katawan. Pag kasama katawan, sabog pati laman. Charot. Charot lang.
Pero yung GV na yun, of course, ay may vibe ng guidance
Yes.
ni Papa from above.
Yes.
So we offer the season unto him 'Diba? Kaya salamat po sa guidance. Aaron,
Yes, mother.
compared to who you were before the camp, can you say that you've grown because of Sparks Camp?
Yes, mother. Kasi first time in my life, parang inaccept ko na I'm not just a guy sa social media like pakatawan, thirst trap, but I'm also a femme, I'm also a soft boy. And yeah, I'm evolving and I think I am changing.
Aww. That's a good story to tell. Ikaw naman, Ants, 'di ba? Usapang growth tayo. At napansin ko na parang fully ay nagkakaroon ka pa ng tapang to showcase the different side of you na nahihiya kang ipakita nung una.
I think I can relate to to Aaron when he said na he's growing and evolving. For me din naman, I have been more and more comfortable of the person that I am and the person that I'm becoming. And that's thanks to Sparks Camp. I think sa isang episode namin ni Kim, din sa conversation namin, parang nasabi ko na mas natatanggap ko yung sarili ko ngayon because I am around people who accept me and love me for who I am. And I also want to show the people na nanonood na it's okay to be who you are and people will love you no matter what.
Absolutely. And Kim, you were quiet, 'di ba, sa simula ng journey, and then eventually you opened up. What has changed from that journey? Ngayong magkausap tayo.
I feel like same naman na generally quiet talaga ako. But since kita na ng mundo kung paano ako gumalaw or paano ako magsalita, paano ako mag-isip, mas mababa yung walls ko, I would say. And mas komportable ako, especially na mas lumalawak yung pamilya ko, his family. And ayun, I'm just really grateful na madami akong pwedeng takbuhan. My mom is a flight attendant and she watched our date, my date with Ants before her flight. Sabi niya, alam mo, habang nagpa-fly ako, nakangiti lang ako the entire time.
Oh, approve ba si Mommy?
Yes.
Mommy, approve din po ako. Okay, mapunta tayo kay Edward. You told us na parang nandito yung best performance. Anong kwento sa likod nito? What's the story behind Sparks Camp being the best performance?
Ano na lang, sa story ko na lang siguro na as the challenge slayer of the season. I think I think it rooted from proving myself from a batang lalampa-lampa before. I can do things and win things with my grit and with my heart.
Okay, at katabi mo naman. In fairness, ang gwapo mo na walang bigote. No!
Real.
At tinawag kang artificial intelligence.
AIR.
Di ba?
Naging robot siya.
Manonotice naman ng mga audiences natin na parang hirap talaga ako on the first few days of the camp. So as the days goes by, nag-loosen up naman ako and I felt vulnerable and I felt na parang it felt good. So in relation to the bigote, so parang now I felt more confident about myself. Na parang I can really face na parang, kasi pag bigote parang natakot yung mga tao sa akin eh. Pero with this look, parang I felt na I'm still me, but vulnerable me, but a more approachable me.
Kali, are we okay?
I'm very good.
Okay, oh, he's very good. Gusto mo ba ng alak? Kung ayaw kita biglang bigyan ng alak.
Patanong natin kay Andrew na.
May alam, may tala. Yeah.
Pero, very evident na parang a little action. Nagsiselos ka agad. Seloso ka nga ba?
To be honest, yes, I am. Despite my age, being old enough in this camp. Yes, I think that's one quality that I need to improve on. And it's because sometimes I feel insecure with my age. You know?
Why are we insecure about our age?
There are things that I want to learn more from the Baguettes people. Wow. And sometimes I feel like there are things that I haven't learned pa. at this point of my age. And I know life is a learning experience naman talaga.
Pero Andrew, ikaw naman, when you confessed about you going to bathhouses, some people were able to like see it as a red flag. Now, do you still see it as a green flag or a red flag?
I think for me, just a side joke. So ngayon nalaman na ng buong mundo na nagbabathhouse ako. Every time nalalabas kami ng family ko ngayon, tapos aalis lang ako sandali, sasabihin na nila sa akin, magbabathhouse ka. So alam na nila. Pero kidding aside, I think for me it's still a green flag. Especially like nung napag-usapan natin during the moment of truth na as long na ginagawa mo siya na wala kang partner, and if it's something, kasi I do have my own set of reasons as well when I did that, going to the bathhouses. It's for me to kind of like explore the gay culture, for me to be able to make connections. And I think if that's the reason for you going to bathhouses, then yes, for sure, it's a green flag.
And I must agree with you that going to bathhouses is never wrong because it's a queer space. And if it's a queer space, it means it's a place wherein we feel that we can fully express who we are, and there, we can feel that we're part of the community. Kailan ang huli mong punta? Yun ang tanong.
Malalaman sa pagbabalik na Stars Camp Season 3!
And speaking of which, ikaw naman, Julian naman.
Don't mix us up.
Anyway, Julian.
Yes, mother.
Diba? I asked you to be courageous. To really tell the person that you like na ito yung nararamdaman mo para sa kanya. Anong natutunan mo doon sa experience na yun?
Well, nung una, parang skeptical ako to take that leap. Kasi parang it's not necessary. Pero I tried to see the good in it na, nga no, parang nandun naman yung lesson eh. To have the courage to take that leap and to have no regrets. Kasi kapag hindi mo ginawa, nandun lang sa'yo yung tanong na what if, diba? So at least, natutunan ko yun and na-apply ko pa rin siya even after and outside the camp.
Meron ka bang pinag-confessan na gusto mo siya recently?
Yes.
Gusto ko yung long pause!
Nakita ko si Kim na distract.
Oh my God. Dahil dyan, it takes a lot of courage.
Pero gusto ko malaman, how was that experience of you telling that person?
Siyempre, it was hard. Kasi, hindi siya normal sa akin eh. Usually, parang nag-hold back ako. Nakita naman yun. And I've been told sa camp na masyado akong tight. Which is true. Masyado akong tight. Pero,
Talaga ba?
because of the camp, medyo lumuwag-luwag ako. Kaya, I'm really appreciative. And, thankful dun sa lesson na naipaunawa niyo po.
Oo. At kailangan yung kaluwagan na yon.
Yes.
Important to loosen up because you free the nerves, 'di ba? At pag wala na yung nerves, 'di ba? Unti-unting papasok, 'di ba? Ang tapang, ang tigas ng paninindigan. Talagang pinatulan ko talaga yung mo, 'di ba?
At ang bigote sa mukha. Tsare!
Pero yes, 'di ba? As you build that courage, 'di ba? You free yourself. 'Di ba? You free yourself. So what's the status?
Mother.
Ako lamang ay humihingi ng update.
Takpan na lang namin ito yung
Yes, I'm dating.
It's a burning spark! Julian, we're happy for you. And I hope I get to meet this special person someday, somehow, somewhere over the rainbow. Ikaw naman. People are confessing their love to you kahit wala kang spark. Diba sabi nila, Julio, ako na lang. Julio, ibibigay ko sa'yo ang spark at maraming nagmahal sa'yo. How do you feel about it?
It's actually overwhelming na I've been receiving since episode 1 na parang, wow, ang daming messages. Sorry talaga ulit sa inyo na hindi ko nakaka-reply sa lahat. But yeah, it feels good that I am seen, I am appreciated. So, ayun.
At mukha kang masaya.
I am. I learned a lot about myself. Nakuha ko yung mga validation na yung dati kong kinatatakutan na parang pag malaman ng basketball community na bading ako, parang I'll be alienated or looked down upon. Na yung head coach ko, one of my mentors actually messaged me after one of the episodes, and then sinabi niya sa akin, Coach Mark, sinabi niya sa akin na parang na I deserve to live my life.
And you are now living it.
And I am now living it. I'm more comfortable in my own skin.
Yes.
So, ayun. I'm just happy right now that I got to meet everyone. I got to have time with you. Kasama si EJ sa campfire, sila Direk and all that. So, ayun, it's nice to have like another chosen family to support. Diba sinabi ko sa episode 5 na a priest even told me that I was an abomination. And then a friend of mine who's actually a priest, or sinabi, parang sabi niya, on behalf of all other priests, we love you, we accept you, and all that. And that really, tama ba, drove a stake out of my heart na parang at some point, di ba nga magkasama tayo sa Days with the Lord dati. It really lightened a load on my soul na parang, I am accepted by a conventionally traditional person. Right? So, or at least someone from that sector. And then I guess there is hope that there will be acceptance. There is hope that there will be better days ahead for everyone.
I think yun yung pinakamagandang na idudulot when you're able to express yourself freely because people get to know you. And kapag nakilala ka nila, doon nawawala yung mga first impressions or prejudice. 'Di ba? And dumaan ang ilan sa inyo sa prejudice. 'Di ba? Prior to the airing of Sparks Camp, merong mga quote-unquote backlash. Okay? And we accepted those, di ba? For example, Aaron and Harold, people talked about your political beliefs. How did you take those words?
To be honest, Mother Mela, gets ko naman sila. And if ako din sa sitwasyon nila, gagawin ko rin yon. And prior to auditioning sa Sparks Camp, isa rin sa mga reasons why I'm joining Sparks Camp kasi gusto kong may retribution ako sa sarili ko na ipakita sa Pilipinas na I'm not that person anymore. And I'm changing nga. I'm changing. I'm evolving and wala akong hinanakit sa mga bashers. Actually, hindi ko sila matatawag na bashers but an awakening. And I'm thankful. With you, sa mga prod, sa lahat ng mga campers. Yun.
Thank you for that honesty, Aaron.
Thank you.
Harold, ikaw naman.
Paano ko susundan? Nag-English ka na. Ganyan. I take it as a compliment. Charot! Charot lang. Charis lang. Well, doon nga sa napag-usapan yung political views, well, di ko naman sila masisisi. Pero kasi parang hindi lang naman siguro ako yung nakagawa ng maling desisyon sa buhay. And siguro naman yung mga tao nagbabago rin. And then, ayun, parang ginawa ko na lang na parang nung binash kami, parang hindi ko na lang siya masyadong pinag-focusan. Mas nag-focus ako sa changes kaysa dun sa past na binibring up sa amin. Kasi kung makikisawsaw ako, kung papatol ako, parang wala rin naman ako mapapala eh. Tsaka hindi na rin ako nagsalita pa. Kumbaga, hinayaan ko na lang. Pero alam ko naman kasi na balang araw, may intindihan din nila kung bakit ganun yung nangyari.
At ako naiintindihan ko kung saan ka nanggaling. Naiintindihan ko kung bakit yun yung naging desisyon nyo during that time. Because I'm part of the other side of the spectrum. 'Diba? Malinaw naman kung sino yung sinuportahan kong leader. Pero I think, as one community, malinaw din sa akin ang primary intersection natin ay ang pagiging LGBTQ+ nating lahat. So for me, mahalaga na yung intersection na yon, tinitignan ko yon dahil posible tayong mag-usap. Posible ko kayong kausapin at ipaliwanag kung bakit ito yung decision ko at posible ko rin kayong pakinggan nang malaman ko at maunawaan ko kung bakit yun yung political decisions ninyo. 'Di ba? Sa akin malinaw na yung communication, mahalagang bahagi siya ng interaction. Because you get to know the person, you get to know the context of the decision, and maybe you can be part of the conversation that can allow enlightenment to happen. So, regardless of your political decisions, it's in the past. Ang mahalaga ngayon ay nakabuo tayo ng relationship.
Yes.
Okay? And we keep moving forward and we still discuss about our decisions nang walang halong judgment. Ako, at the end of the day, hindi natin mapaplease lahat ng tao.
Yes.
'Di ba? Yun yung kailangan nating tanggapin. There will be people who will say negative things about us, who will disapprove of our decisions. But what matters is, tayo dito, tayong 11, kasama din, of course, si Direk Ted at ang pamilya natin sa Sparks Camp, mahalaga na napag-uusapan natin and we guide each other and we support each other. At yun yung nakita natin doon sa experience na yon. And I'm glad na mas lumitaw yung pagmamahal nila sa inyo because of your personalities. Let's all welcome from Season 2, EJ!
Hi, Mother!
Ang taray nag-abala!
Wala po ito. Galing lang to sa bulsa ko kanina. Gusto niyo ba ng iced tea?
Yes!
Or marami po ba ditong kailangan pag-usapang tsaa? Mga tea na dapat natin pag-usapan.
EJ, thank you!
You're welcome.
Diba? Ay, ang taray! Does this mean para sa'yo best season ng Season 3? Kasi nagpahanda ka!
Ito ang best season yet. Kasi feeling ko magkakaroon pa ng maraming season ng Sparks.
Amen! Pero yun na nga, EJ, ikaw ang magiging tagapaghatid ng resibo sa araw na to.
Yes.
Because there are things that we did not see.
Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay, roll VTR.
Hard ba? Hard. Maria, di ba yung ice tea ko sa buhang? Hindi ako ready. Hindi na ako ready.
Super hard. Goes the right pala. Para na-start ng motor
Winner yun.
Si ate naman kasi.
Pero okay lang kayo doon, Edward.
Si ate naman kasi.
Maria sinukuan. Si ate nagmomot.
Ate! Sana pala i-invite natin si ate dito sa reunion. No?
Makuha lang yung yung mother.
Actually, Mother, natakot na siya niyan.
Tanggal libog ni Edward.
Si ate. So, campers, ready na ba kayo para sa mga awards nyo? Yes! Our first award, kung may pantasya ang lahat ng campers at fans, siya lagi ang bida. Pantasya ng Bayan Award goes to... Drum roll, please. No other than... Ann!
Kasi nga, di ba, ants?
Ang taray!
Oh, pantasya.
Maraming salamat po.
Nakamamatay ang katarayan. Ang best control ng Sparks Camp. The Insect Killer Award goes to Gibbs!
Oh.
The Killer Award.
Insect Killer Award. Okay.
Pesticide ka pala na.
Namatay yung insect.
Hindi na kailangan ng extra effort. Isang ngiti lang, sapat na. The Ganda Lang Sapat Na Award goes
Aaron.
Julian.
Or nag-expect. Yes, ikaw!
Ganda lang sapat na.
Ganda lang sapat na.
Are you making the Aberrastories proud?
Hindi ko alam, matutuwa pa ako.
Okay lang yan, di naman lahat binibigay ni Lord. Diba? Ang hirap pula.
This award is Romantic Optimized Boyfriend of Technology. In short, Robot Award. And this award goes to ang ating boss mapagmahal, Joel!
Boss pa magpapalala.
Naiiyak ako. Naiiyak ako. Naiiyak ako.
Subukan mo ngang magpabasahin siya ulit.
Sige nga.
Ay, malabo lang mata.
Sorry, malabo mata.
Okay, tumahimik tayo. Bigyan natin ng segment si Joer kung paano niya babasahin ang next winner.
Matayo ka, exposure din yan.
Okay, game. Ang pinaka-bida kahit pa itanggi. Yeah, charot lang. Ang pinaka-bida kahit pa itanggi niya, ang Bida Best of the Season Award goes to... Alam naman na namin. Edward!
Sakto! Kung may selos, tears, at drama, siya ang nagsupply. Ikaw ang certified Maui King. No other than...
Hindi namin kilala.
Walang hirap pulaan.
Hindi namin kilala.
Gali!
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Ayan.
Ginantihan talaga tayo.
Ito naman ang next. Walk out kung walk out, pero may runway realness. Parang Miss You ang labas. Pia Wurtzbach Award for Best Pasarela goes to... Harold!
Ba't ako?
Ay, ano yun? Sorry.
Ang galing.
Magaling! Magaling!
Ang galing.
na-deliver ng maayos.
Panisayaw.
Sorry, parang mag-award lang ng medal. Awards ba?
Kunyari ako yung ibang lahi.
Yay! Love you.
Tonight, we honor the best expression of suffering and tears. The Best Expression of Suffering and Tears Award goes to the Drama King, Julio!
Sino gumawa niyan?
Laro talaga.
Gawa tayo ng isip pag-usapan natin yun.
I wanna go home.
Ang tare, Best Expression of Suffering and Tears.
Oh, diba? Next one. From shy and quiet to bold and daring. The Duality is Key Award goes to... Julia!
Congratulations, Julie. Lande!
Laging may banat na mapapaisip ka, pwede ba i-broadcast yun? Ang certified kalaban ng parental guidance, no other than, it's you, Harold!
Parang nakaka-offend yung award ko.
Oh, ito na para sa'yo, anak.
Thank you, Mother.
Congrats. Deserve.
Nakaka-offend.
Next naman, ito Mother, i-award natin sa may pinaka Best Kiss Award this season.
Oh.
The nominees for the Best Kiss Award, we have Kalan, Kim Ants, and Haron.
Ay, kami na to.
One, two, three, four, five.
The Best award goes to Kim and...
Sample. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.
Diba?
Parang hindi pa tapos. Ang bilangan.
Ano yan? Parang may...
Checkpoint, may matiga.
Parang may matiga.
Thank you.
Salamat sa pagpapaunta.
Thank you, mother.
Lalande. So I really like the fact that seeing you right now and people are asking what happened after the camp. So can we discuss your life after Sparks Camp?
No mother.
Ans? Dahil dyan, ang unang tanong, Ans, ano nangyari?
Madami po, madami.
At isa nga sa mga maraming nangyari ay parati kayong magkakasama. And EJ is also a testament of this kasi nakakasama mo sila weekly. Bakit naging ganito ka-tight ang relationship, Julian?
Well, masasabi ko kasi, grabe ang warm ng energy ng mga campers. Lagi kaming in touch sa mga kaganapan. Pero kapag may ayaan naman, nakikita naman na may mga present and kapag pasok sa schedule nila, lagi naman as much as possible, nagpa-participate yung one another. Kasi nga, they find comfort naman when we're together.
Wala namang groupings na naganap. Kim, natawa ka.
Meron, mother.
Aha.
Kasi after the camp, may mga times na iilan lang sa amin yung lagi active sa group chat. Actually, post-camp, like immediately after camp, mas naging super close ako with Julio and Joer. I was with the titos, mga kabatchmates ni Papa. Joke lang.
Alam mo, okay na yun.
Ganda na nung film.
Nasa news na yun.
Yeah.
Considering na parang na talaga namin siyang pamangkin. Kasi parang yung wavelength namin, parang nag-click agad.
Tumaas yung standards ko sa mga 23-year-old.
Yeah.
Salamat.
That's a compliment.
The thing is, parang siya pa yung nagpapayo sa aming dalawa kung anong gagawin namin.
Actually.
Oo. Kasi kami parang, kumbaga sa war, sugod agad kaming dalawa eh. Tapos siya parang, no, let's do this. Medyo calm pa siya.
Having a relationship with the guys in their 30s. Nearing their 40s.
Kung ikaw magtanong kung bakit di kita pinapansin ng isang araw. Joke lang.
Grabe. Okay lang naman na hindi mo ako pansinin. Bakit? May namumuubas sa ating dalawa.
Tapos mo kong kainin.
Kaya tayo na pagkakamalang Curious ako, meron bang nag-form ng sarili nilang GC?
Meron. Siyempre may mga nangyari na pag-uusapan natin na caused other campers to be distant.
Pero common ba yon? Sa season 2, nagkaroon ba kayo ng parang kanya-kanyang GC? Tapos may mga camper na they felt left out?
Sa amin meron din pong mga lumayo yung loob. Pero eventually, during the whole season, na napapanood na namin, nagiging okay na lahat, bumalik din naman. And I feel like ganun din naman yung mga campers ngayon.
Ano sa tingin mo yung turning point kung bakit sila bumalik agad?
Na parang nung natapos na namin yung buong season, ano na lang to, napagdaanan natin to. Sa dulo ng lahat ng to, pinagputag-putagbu tayo para maging magkaibigan. Kasi wala na naman kayong choice eh. Kumbaga buklod na yung storya nyo. Pagbalik rin man natin yung mundo. So, ayun, I feel like mas naging maayos lang kasi nakapag-usap na maayos during our reunion episode.
Ngayong napanood nyo na yung sarili ninyo, for sure, it's a different experience. How does it feel that now, you're not just Aaron from Bantayan Island, but you're Aaron who had this experience in Sparks Camp that resonated with your viewers?
Parang having this platform, parang mas nag-widen yung influence ko, maybe. Not just sa family or sa mga relatives ko, but also sa lahat, sa mga viewers. And ayun, nagpapasalamat ako na I think good naman yung ipinakita ko sa Sparks Camp.
You moved from Cebu to Manila? Was it difficult?
At first, hindi siya difficult kasi parang ginusto ko yung decision ko na mag-move here sa Manila. Hindi to alam ng mga ng mga viewers, but yung first month ko dito sa Manila, nag-live-in kami ni Harold. And then, parang naging easy yung stay ko here sa Manila because of him.
Was that an opportunity for you to get to know one another?
Yes. Oo.
Strongly yes. Mas nakita namin yung side na hindi nakita sa camera. Soft side, yung sweet side, side by side. So yun.
Harold and Aaron, if we were to ask, what's your relationship status?
Negative. Charot lang.
We are dating, exclusively dating. And also, may mga limitations, may mga boundaries kami. Kung ano yung gagawin at hindi. Ayun, di ba?
Yes.
So it still is a burning spark.
Yes.
Yes,
It's a burn.
Okay!
Pero yung relationship namin, hindi naman happiness lahat. Hindi naman positive lahat. Nung nag-live-in kami, lahat nga positive.
Happy
Parang
moments.
happy-happy lang. Nung nag-move ako, doon ko nakita yung other side of Harold. Medyo seloso siya. I still understand Harold kasi may attachment issue siya. He is still recovering sa mga nangyayari from his dad, Sparks Camp, and others. So, ayun, I think yung mga challenges namin, parang face lang sa relationship namin.
Minsan kailangan din talaga natin ng pagsubok kasi dun mo makikita kung talagang at the end of the day, pipiliin pa rin pa ba namin yung isa't isa. Hanggang ngayon, pinipili pa rin namin yung isa't isa.
Pinipili pa rin ang isa't isa. And ako, I'd like to believe that love is fostered at the hardest parts. At sana, sa bawat oras na may hardest part kayong mararanasan, patuloy ninyong piliin ang isa't isa. Kasi maraming umaasa at kumakapit sa pag-ibig at spark na meron kayo ngayon. Exclusively dating! So, Kalan, what's the status?
Well, guys, after the shoot, we really worked out with Andrew. We went on dates. Sobrang happy talaga namin nun. Actually, nung nagkasakit nga ako after the shoot, siya talaga nag-alaga sa akin. Like, he was really there for me 24/7. And time passed by, biglang aalis na si Andrew going to Boston. Doon ako medyo nag-breakdown. And I really cried when Andrew left. Kasi ako alam ko, ay yung tipong tao na ayoko napapalayo yung tao sa akin na gusto ko talaga. Sobrang hirap na hirap ako nun. Aalis na siya. Imagine mo, I understand that people work out with LDR kasi matagal na sila. Kabago-bago pa lang namin. We're not officially pa together. Tapos mag-long distance na agad. At a different time zone. But kinaya pa rin namin.
We talk to each other, like, first few days, talagang very everyday siya. We update each other, like, you know, pero as time goes by, kasi, yun nga, yung time difference din kasi, I think it's one of the hindrances na hindi na kami nakapag-communicate well. Tapos, minsan may lipad siya. So, medyo labu-labu talaga yung time namin nun. I think, like I said, yung communication talaga, yung naging barrier sa aming dalawa. And up to a point na hindi na rin kami nakapag-communicate well. And eventually, it all just died down. And we never talked to each other after that. I think I went back last July for the promo. But to be honest, like, it was really, really, really awkward. Even Kim notices, like, when I first met the campers dun sa bar na pinag-promote na namin, nakita niya kung paano ako nanginginig maglagay ng yelo kasi parang sabi, uy, si Kali pupunta. And I really don't know, like, how to act in front of Kali at that time. I don't know. I feel like the spark is still there when I came back for the promo, but I kind of feel like it's a different spark.
So now, Wala na yung awkwardness?
Wala na. For me.
Parang awkward.
Oo. So, Kali, ulitin ko yung tanong. Meron pa bang awkwardness?
Wala na.
So, masasabi
Inch
ba
of
natin,
delivery lang.
it's okay.
It's okay. We can still be friends.
So, you're not playing Ariana's song, We Can't Be Friends?
No.
So, friendship.
Yes.
Okay, you tried things out, and then eventually it didn't work out. Distance was a factor, but now you've settled with friendship. Pag ang dalawang tao na nagkaroon ng potential, or even a couple who actually tried things out to build a relationship, ending up as friends, I think that's the most ideal and romantic ending. So, we look forward to your next chapters as individuals and as friends.
Yes.
Okay. Salamat, Kalan. Kumusta ang Joward?
Before anything else, it's been a long way. It's been a long journey. Ito parang miracle na to for me, actually. Nakita natin sa camp lahat na medyo adamant talaga si Joer magsabi ng feelings niya doon. And nakita natin sa Sparks Giving na he told me that I can be the sun and he will be the moon or the shadow. And I held on to that. And then after the camp, we tried. I really wanted a relationship with Jor. Like, a real relationship. Makikita niyo din sa confessionals ko na hindi pa, takot pa ako. Pero nung huli, I gave in. Parang, ang apakabilis na after na sa camp na tinatry namin, parang isang misunderstanding lang. Bumitaw agad. And I understand Joer has different processing of his emotional self or his emotions. I was 3 hours away from Manila and they were having their cliques. And growing up as an outsider, there was a time na even the campers, I don't know if matatrust ko sila. Because when they were doing these cliques, and I was very far kasi. So, dun siguro nagsimula yung kanina na merong distant na camper, siguro isa ako dun. And even in my own community, sometimes I feel like an outsider. And then dumagdag pa yung pagkawala bigla ni Joer. And it brought me back to my moment of truth na I was invisible and that I don't matter. I was really sad and I feel na Joer was really unfair. Good thing, I have naman a strong bond with my friend. But eventually, nung nano ko, lalo si Kim, na super lovey-doves naman siya, it really feels that now, I belong na. And it took a long time lang. And a weird time. But I'm really happy that I'm here. And also, sa mga tumutok sa campfire sessions, nakita niyo doon kung paano kami ni Joer. Actually, yun lang kasi yung time ko din na pumunta ng Manila. So, doon unti-unti na naging civil kami from parang enemies.
Joer.
Like you said,
That agree. Edward's version was, hindi naman talaga yun. But for my version, it's a bit kasi, siguro iba yung upbringing niya from my upbringing. I grew up to be a strong, independent one. So, going to the camp was like heading on head first. As you may have seen, Edward's energy was like, Edward! Ganun siya. And for me, that energy is quite overwhelming and overpowering. Na parang after ng camp, ang dami na agad nangyayari. I like to take it slow, but sure. And there's the moment kasi na nangyayari na nag-away nga kami. Dahil sa isang bagay. And that thing kasi na parang, for me, yung pinag-awayan namin na yun, nakakasagabal to sa ginagawa ko at hindi to importante energy. So I just shut up. His energy would be fit with other people, but not through my circle. And reality hits us hard nung lumabas. So I would say na it's a bit unfair for him hearing na his side na parang may pinanghawakan din naman siya. And hindi ko din naman sisik kung gano'n yung naramdaman niya. And now, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Joer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry you felt that way, pero it is not invalid.
Yes, I know.
We have our differences. Problema ko lang, hindi ako masalita, hindi ko na-explain sa'yo kung bakit. I didn't give you even a chance to actually speak up. And siguro pag nalaman mo to, baka it will be easier for you. And di ka siguro na left out as
Thank you.
And I do genuinely apologize for that.
Thank you, Joer.
Just a final question. Is friendship a possibility?
I actually
awkward.
Actually, nung nangyari yung split namin, I was really sana naging friend ko na lang muna talaga si Joer. Sabi ko for sure ang sarap niya maging friend.
And the thing is with Edward, he's a character of his own eh. He's a good guy. Maingay lang talaga siya. Saka daming naiinis, pero ganun siya eh.
Pero just to close off, Mother, yung friendship nga I think is possible kahit minsan lang ako pumunta dito sa Manila. Kasi I don't wanna say too much but we did a secret activity kanina umaga.
Oh, spice!
Hindi mo magkasama kanina.
Oh my God! Opo.
Kaya inaantok-antok pa ako.
More details to come.
Okay.
Next episode of Reunion.
Aabangan namin yan. Aabangan namin yan. But thank you. Thank you for sharing us how you felt and how you feel at the moment. And we look forward to this friendship. Basta what matters is you're part of this family. You're part of Sparks Camp Season 3. I'll ask the same question. Especially na maraming kinikilig sa Kim Ants. Actually, ayoko siyang tawagin Kim Ants. Diba? Kasi Kim Bejarano, Antoine Pedregosa, Kim Bap.
Kim Bap ang
Diba? Kim B, AP, Kim Bap.
Mga fat galing.
So para sa lahat, Kim Bap na po siya. Okay?
Hashtag Kim Bap.
Hashtag
Parang ulam. Okay. Ano na ba ang lasa ng kimbap ngayon? Ito ba'y maanghang o matabang?
Spicy. Hindi ko alam, Mother. Parang, feeling ko kasi kung tatanungin mo yung pagkain na magde-describe sa amin yan. So, alam mo yung pag nasa birthday yan ka, tapos kuha ka ng kung ano-ano. May cake, may spaghetti, may kanin, may kaldereta. Parang ganun kami. Parang, sa dami na nangyari, andun kami sa point na hindi namin alam kung ano nga ba yung lasa ng kinakain namin. Yeah.
Dahil naghalo-halo.
Maybe habang kumakain, di mo na rin ina-assess kung ano ba yung kinakain mo doon. Parang, wala. Hindi naman namin napag-uusapan. Or maybe we choose not to talk about them. Or maybe...
Actually, nag-usap kami kagabi.
Yeah.
I think what came out of it is that we are moving at a pace and at a direction that only us knows. Although nasa gray area pa nga din kami. Hindi siya magulo, pero it's uncertain.
If I may ask, how do you feel when you're together?
We're sweet. Sweet naman kami sa isa't isa. I can see na we have this level of care for each other. Pero, like what was discussed earlier, we never had the courage to define things. More so to talk about what's going on.
So, Kim and Ants, I want to ask, what happened?
So, me and Ants, he stopped talking to me immediately after the camp. At that time, maybe akala ko baka na-overwhelm lang naman siya. Also super emotional ko nun from Harold's dad's passing. Weeks after the camp, nagkakaroon ako ng opportunities to get to know these 8 campers except for my mutual spark. So, yun lang. Sinabi ko sa kanya, I honestly feel like you're not ready to date. And he said sorry naman. Sabi niya, sorry, it's just that I don't know also. Ang daming tumatakbo sa isip ko, pero hindi ako nagde-demand ng sagot. And then, time came, a few weeks after, nagparty sa house ni Julio. Yung akala ko na he needed time. He needed someone else pala. He was with a friend, and habang lumalalim yung gabi at nalalasing na yung mga tao, nag-kiss sila sa harapan ko. Yun na yung sagot. Napag-usapan natin sa moment of truth na we all deserve to be loved proudly.
Mm-hmm.
And kung ako man yung magiging dahilan why they couldn't do that, ayoko nang ganun. Nakikilala ko na nga si Joer, si Julio, ibang campers, pero hindi siya. Kasi it's an awkward situation. So, naiintindihan ko yung naging distance namin. Naiintindihan ko na yung spark, it's a potential. Pero, akala ko kasi, team kami. No. Akala ko team tayo. Pero, during those moments, I felt like naiwan ako sa camp. Lahat nagkakaroon ng magandang spark, sinusubukan, pero ako naiwan.
You were put in a situation, and I got teary-eyed when you said, naiwan ka sa camp. And personally, masakit yun. So hopefully, in this limbo gray area, you will be able to see if this is a right fit. Thank you for your honesty. And thank you for airing your side of the story. But I also want to hear Ance's side.
Of course.
Ance, can we hear you?
Accurate naman lahat ng sinabi ni Kim. There really was someone after camp. It was a lapse on both our judgment. It all happened so fast. Sa kalagitnaan ng lahat ng nangyari, doon pa ako nakapag-isip ng maayos na ito yung nagawa ko kay Kim. I don't know. I don't know what to say, sorry.
If I may ask Ants, how strong was the spark? And how strong is the spark now as we speak?
Yung what happened with the other guy, it started, parang it was strong, but it also died down very quickly. Yung sa amin naman ni Kim, I don't know, it was really just confusing at first. Yun nga din yung naging reason why I became distant with the group, because I feel like what happened after we drank sa bahay ni Julio, I think doon nag-define yung dynamics ng buong team. I think this is the best time to say na sorry to everyone, to the whole team. There was disrespect, and I'm sorry.
Sorry. Thank you for acknowledging it. Thank you for admitting. And thank you for seeing that it was a lapse in judgment. So now, between you and Kim, what's the status? Where are you at right now? Has the spark died? Or is it still there and you're trying to work things out?
I think nung sinabi ni Kim na after camp, yung mga mutual sparks nga, or getting to know each other, I think yun yung, andun kami ni Kim ngayon. Like, ito yung time namin to get to know each other on a deeper level, more than just in front of the cameras, more than just Sparks Camp. We're getting to know each other kung ano kami, kung sino siya, at kung sino ako.
Agree naman. Nagkakaroon ng opportunities now na mas nakikilala ko siya. Pero, admittedly, meron talaga akong line na naset in between us. Hindi ako nag-create ng wall between us. It's just a line. Kasi kung wall yon, kahit yung chance to get to know each other, hindi ko ibibigay. But here we are, getting to know each other. Walang definite answer sa kung ano kami ngayon. Walang definite answer sa saan papunta.
If I may clarify, the status that you have right now is no longer a working relationship.
No.
Yeah. Hindi siya professional relationship.
That's a good restart.
Swerte mo.
So hopefully, you will be able to see if this is a right fit. But we will root for you and the choices that you will be making as you get to know one another. I look forward to how your stories will unfold. Of course, I would be more than happy if Kimbap happens.
Naniniwala naman ako na yung story namin ni Ans, hindi siya natatapos sa Sparks Camp. Spending time getting to know each other. Parang ang dami naming nalalaman tungkol sa isa't isa. We match freaks.
Okay.
Minsan masyado lang siya seloso.
So, sinong mas seloso? You tell us that you're not the jealous type.
I am not the jealous type.
Really? And hindi ba siya jealous type?
Actually, no nga.
But you are.
Am I?
Very.
Serious question. Do you want to pursue Kim?
Yes.
And there you have it, mga kapamilya. Makakauwi na po tayo. Umuwi na po tayo.
Let's go.
Okay. At mapunta naman tayo sa bahay nyo. Ang dami nangyari sa bahay.
Real.
Kasalanan mo lahat ng to.
Sa bahay nyo pala ang tunay na Sparks Camp.
Dami yan sa bahay mo.
Ano lang camp, mag?
Kailangan lumayo.
Hindi ako masaya pagkatapos sa Sparks Camp. Walang sasaya dito.
But I'd like to ask you, Julio, if you had one more day at the camp, what's the thing that you could have done?
Get to know each other. Get to know everyone else more. No challenges, no moments of truth, just raw interactions with everyone na, uy, kamusta ka? Uy, ganito ka ba? It's one, parang masayang bumalik eh.
I love your reflection that you wanted to just simply spend a day with them. Kasi as I remember it, gusto mong mag-back out. But you showed up. And now, you're here in the reunion episode. You actually finished it. And a lot of people loved you. You are your spark. You inspired them. And they wanted to show how much they love you. But now, kamusta ang puso ni Julio?
So yun, I'm obvious naman na I'm the type who's very a very romantic person. My heart is still there. My heart is still with the world. Ayun, mahal ko pa rin siya. And of course, I'm sure madaming magre-react ba't pa ako sumali ng Sparks Camp. Promise I tried. Watching the episode again really took me back, and of course, there's a point na relapse is real. I had a very good support system with the campers, with the prod, with you, EJ. I wish I was like I can shut it off na parang I don't love you anymore or what. Right? Mahal ko pa siya eh. And but I think the love that I have, just like si Direk Jairo yung yung nakausap ko, and maganda yung sinabi niya nga na the love will never go. It will transcend, and then eventually it will transform to something else. I think the love that I have is also transforming into self-love. Yung back injury ko is nagging again, but back then I would be like in full despair na wala na to, kawawa na ako. But ngayon parang with everyone's help, you'll power through. I am excited to see what happens. I mean, the memories will remain forever, truly. And I wish if I could have a day again with them at camp. Hands down, if I will stop everything, I would pack my bags and go. I love you all.
And we love you too.
Love you.
We love Julio.
Yeah.
Right? And yes, your back is hurting, but we got your back. You will never be in pain as long as you have these 9 people with you. Okay? Imamassage ka nila with extra service.
That's so good trip pala yung sa good trip, guys. Akong pilahan.
O si Julia naman patulog na.
Kumot ako dito, Jo.
Okay, Julia, nakakatulog ka na?
Kumot.
Quiet siya.
Pero yun nga, kung magkakaroon ka ng isang araw muli sa camp, ano yung narrative na gusto mong i-recreate, simulan, gustong gawin?
After camp, naging emotional ako. Isa ako sa mga camper na naging distant. Kasi I feel like black sheep ako. Ganun, na I was a filler person. Pero I'm not taking it against them. Kasi ganun ako eh. Parang nilayo ko na talaga sarili ko moving forward eh. Pero na-realize ko rin naman na there were times naman that I pushed myself too hard na hindi man lang i-try din na to embrace such personalities na ganyan lang talaga sila. Pero it's not offending. So, I had a hard pill to swallow. Pero I was able to accept it.
After namin mag-shoot sa bundok-bundok sa taas, kami ni Julian yung unang bumaba. You specifically asked me a question na, am I unlikable? And kung hindi lang ako awkward na tao nun, I would have given you the biggest hug. Because the fact that you were with us means na you have so much potential to be like regardless of background or what. So, can I? Ayun ko lang. Hindi ko lang sobrang awkward ko lang noon na parang nabiglang. So, I got you. Kung sino man nag-comment noon, hanapin ko kayo. Lagot.
And yes, Julian will always be worthy of love. All of us are worthy of love. I am worthy of love. That even if people question my being trans and why I'm trans, I know that I deserve this kind of love. And so do you. And I told you about this a while ago, that my friends loved you. You are actually a reflection of our high school selves, na nahihiya kami sa mga crush namin nung high school kami, na sasabihin ko ba sa crush ko na may gusto ako sa kanya. And that in itself tells you, you are likable. So, kung sino man po yung nag-comment na yun, you are likable too. It just so happened that maybe Julian is not your cup of tea. At okay lang yon. And on that note, let this be an opportunity for you to thank our avid viewers for Season 3 that made this season a success! Sige, Julio.
Thank you so much for listening to our stories, and we are not mistakes.
Joer?
I would like to thank everyone for giving us a chance, for you to know us better, and letting us give you our experiences.
Sa mga nagmamahal sa akin, maraming salamat. And yung hate nyo, dyan lang yan.
To all of our viewers, you are my real spark. And I just want to say thank you. And this is your Torpe Babe, signing off.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. And to my family, thank you so much. To all our fans, thank you then. And also to the people behind this show, thank you so much.
And sa lahat po ng sumuporta, nagmahal, at nag-abang ng Sparks Camp Season 3, muli nagpapasalamat po ako sa pagtanggap sa aking personality bilang Kanal Humor. And salamat po kasi minahal nyo kami, and sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng Sparks Camp, behind the camera, front of the camera, and to my Triple F, friends, fans, family. Yes. Thank you so much po. I love you all. And sa lahat po ng Heyron babies, thank you po. And kay Aaron, thank you. I love you.
I love you!
Sa lahat po ng tumawa, umiyak at kinilig every Wednesday, maraming salamat po. Sa family ko, sa friends at sa Kalan Babies, hindi man nagpatuloy ang apoy ng Kalan dahil nawalan lang ng gasol, malay nyo, balang araw, maging induction cooker na kami.
Maging induction cooker.
Again, thank you, Kalan Babies, for the support. And thank you for giving us a chance to hear our stories. This is a really true subs. And to all who supported Sparks Camp, maraming salamat po because this show will never be possible without you guys.
Maraming salamat sa mga nanood at thank you for allowing us to be part of your Wednesdays. Thank you for joining us dito sa journey namin sa Sparks Camp.
Once again, thank you guys for hearing our stories, for accepting us. Sa mga family and friends namin, sa support na binigay ninyo. And of course, sa mga Kim Ants dyan, alam ko hindi ito yung ideal ending nyo, but right now, this is our truth. And abangan na lang po natin kung ano pa mga mangyayari sa susunod. Ano mangyayari? Abangan nga, di ba?
Kiss!
Kiss!
Kiss naman.
Kiss!
Oh! Yun ba yung kiss ang nagpa-pursue?
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng tumutok at nagmahal sa Campfire Sessions with EJ. Ito lang po ang gusto kong sabihin, mabugay, mabuhay ang mga bakla.
Yay! To all our campers across the world, thank you for making Season 3 the best season yet. Dahil sa inyong continuous support, we are so inspired to tell different stories of the queer community. And as long as we're here, lagi pong mananatili ang spirit of Sparks Camp. Because we're queer and we're here, and as long as we're here, our stories will never end, my dears. Until the next season, until the next Sparks Camp, this has been Miss Malahabijan, your mother sparker and your resident matchmaker, and let the sparks fly!
Gusto ko lang din magpasalamat sa lahat ng campers at saka sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Sparks Camp Season 3 kasi nakahanap ako ng pangalawang pamilya. Nawala man si Papa ko habang nag-shoot kami, pero napalitan niyo ng sobrang daming tao na bahagi nun ay Sparks Camp Season 3. And kay Aaron, sana magka-label na tayo. Yun lang.
Actually, para to kay Kali.
to the first camper who gave me his spark spin. I never got to thank you, pero it really gave me a boost of confidence. So, thanks, Callie.
So ito na yung huli. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng mga campers na nakasama ko. Hindi ay kayo ang bumuo ng journey ko dito sa Sparks Camp, and kay Mother naman. Mother, maraming salamat for being a mother even after the whole camp. Dahil hanggang ngayon, sinusuportahan mo pa rin kami, and ako especially. Thank you for being a guiding light to me. And to Kim, I know I've already said sorry, but I just wanna reiterate this na let me make up for everything that has happened. And I'm just too excited for our story to unfold. Ayun lang.
See you sa Sparks Camp Season 4! Huwag niyo silang gayahin! Sa mga susunod na campers, mag-iigal din ako!